Hey guys, I made this video the other day and I showed a shortcut to solve it. A bunch of people asked me to solve it the hyper complicated way. So let's do it. So it gives us some lengths here and it wants to know what is the length of AB. So first let's find this length right here. This is a right triangle. So if we call this side C, we can use Pythagorean theorem. We have 2 squared plus 4 squared equals C squared. 2 squared is 4, 4 squared is 16. 4 plus 16 is 20. And after we square root both sides, we get c is equal to square root of 20. So let's change this c into square root of 20. So next, let's find this side. Let's call it c. And we can do 2 squared plus 2 squared equals c squared. Both of these 2 squareds are 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. And we can square root both sides to get c is equal to the square root of 8. And the exact same thing is going to happen right here. So this will also be square root of 8. Let's focus our energy right here. In fact, enhance. Let's focus our energy right here. This is a 90-degree angle. This right here is an isosceles right triangle, which means that's 45 degrees. And then for this last angle, there's no shortcut, so let's call it d degrees, and let's use some trigonometry. We know that the tangent of d is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. Well, this opposite side is 4 and the adjacent side is 2, so this is going to become 4 over 2. And 4 over 2 is equal to 2. Then we can tangent inverse both sides. On the left-hand side, we have d, and it'll be equal to the tangent inverse of 2, which is approximately 63.4 degrees. So let's change this d to 63.4 degrees. Now we can get this last angle, let's call it n. All 4 of these will add up to 360. We can combine the 45, the 90, and the 63.4 to give us a 198.4. After we subtract 198.4 from both sides, we get n is equal to 161.6. So let's change that. That was good, so we can zoom back out. Now we can connect this last side and focus on this triangle right here. So this side right here is made up of 2 square root of 8s. So let's call it 2 square root of 8. This side is root 20, and this side is unknown. Let's call the unknown side C. And in fact, this unknown side is the AB that we wanted to solve from before. So we're going to use a thing called law of cosines. Here it is right here. You'll recognize a portion of it is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's the Pythagorean theorem. But since it's not a right triangle, we have this little extra portion. So for both of these a's, I'm going to plug in 2 square root of 8. And for both of these b's, I'm going to plug in square root of 20. And then for this angle theta, we're going to plug in 161.6. This square goes to both the 2 and the square root of 8. 2 squared is equal to 4, and square root of 8 squared is equal to 8. And then 4 times 8 is equal to 32. And then square root of 20 squared will give us 20. Next, we can plug all of this stuff into a calculator, and it will give us a negative 48. There it is right there. And then minus negative 48 is positive 48. And 32 plus 20 plus 48 is equal to 100. And after we square root both sides, we get c is equal to 10. So we can update this c to be 10. And then returning back to the original problem, we have that right here. The c is equal to 10. How exciting.